How we all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Got a $4 bag. One of my local thrift shops is just trying to get rid of inventory. They have a lot of toys, and they don't really put them together in a way that I like, so I don't buy them. Not saying I'm the only person that buys stuff there, but yeah, they started just piling them up in these big boxes for like $10. Nothing there. And the reason they do it is because they use these bags, which I love. You know, $4 to $3, $5, whatever. But people dump their kid off in the aisle. The kid rips the bags open to play with the toys. And then they can't sell anything, so it just ends up in a big bin. But anyways, I saw this bag ripped open, and there was these two wrestling figures. And it was the only bag they could fit in, so I just stuffed them in there. I went to register. I'm like, this bag was ripped open. I think these guys were in it. And they're like, I don't care. And you know what? Neither do I. Be good to your thrift shop people. Sometimes they're just going to not care when you're kind of blatantly taking off with stuff that was not in this bag. But they're probably actually just priced individually. So anyways, we get into what is in the bag. So I stuffed these in. We've got Chris Jericho. This is a Jakks 2003 WWE. Jericho's been in every promotion, so he has a lot of figures out. Very popular guy in his time. He doesn't seem to do anything. I figured the figures back then all had some decent action. He's well articulated at any rate. I don't know if he was still doing the Y2J thing at that point. I guess after nothing happened. Maybe that didn't work out so well. But anyways, and then we got Randy Orton. Are these really his tattoos? This looks almost fake. It's like really badly done. No, this looks real. It looked like somebody took a Sharpie to his shoulder, but no, that actually looks right. This is 2011. I feel like maybe he was supposed to have something else on. This doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyways, well-articulated figure. You can roll his wrist. Got the knee. Ankle articulation. It's interesting, these are a bit different. Different dimensions. This feels like a better quality figure, actually. Now, there is lines within WWE. They do have elite figures. I don't know if that Jericho one qualifies. Alright, what else we got in here? Because I stuffed the bag with those to justify that $4. Alright. So we got who's this? Not Jack, is it? Maybe? Well, this dude's broken. His leg snapped off. It looks like it's a peg, though, versus something else. I don't know if we can fix that. Nah, it looks actually like somebody already tried. It looks like there's glue in it. That sucks. This is a Jakks figure. It would have been worth something, but that's no good. We've got a cheap dinosaur. Dimetrodon. Even has a year on it. That's interesting. I guess not dirt cheap. There's really nothing to it, though. So Dimetrodon, that's out. Got I don't know if this is Ren or Stimpy, quite frankly. I never watched it. I didn't have cable growing up. And his arm's missing. And Greenbrier International. So this is a dollar store toy. So no value. Owlette. And that's Frog Box 2020. So I usually do 3 for $8 on these. So I'll just throw that in the bin. We've got a minifig with no arms. So, terribly useful. And we got this thing. Is that Kinderworld? This has no value. What do we got? Sushi Eraser, maybe? Got a Kung Fu Panda from DreamWorks. Missing an arm? Presumably, I've never watched this. He might not have an arm. No, that's definitely a slot, like, oh, okay. Yeah, because this one slots it too, so. A lot of broken stuff in this bag, unfortunately. Finally, we've got a Winnie the Pooh Disney. This looks old. This may require some investigation. It's also covered in something we don't think about. Huh. So, I think it's old because the Disney on here is big and bold. Usually it tends to be a bit subdued. So it just looks like an older font. Try to get whatever this is. I think it's either peanut butter or clay. Those are the only 2 things I'll consider it to be. He does have a number on his foot. It's probably not going to correspond to anything. You can get all this stuff off of him. I'll see if Google Lens will work. Unfortunately, with old figures like this, Google Lens has a hard time because the amount of stuff that exists around Winnie the Pooh becomes difficult. But we will give it a try. Alright, so I found them. I can't find a year on it. I don't think it's actually that old now, though. And he's just Winnie. I'll throw him into a bag with whoever I got from the series. Do another bag like that. So we'll just focus in on these wrestlers here. So we got Randy Orton 2011. Let's see what we can pull up on this. Alright, so we got Randy Orton 2011. Right away we have Randy Orton Elite from this year. And we know it's not this because chest articulation. We don't have that. So that means this one probably isn't either. Now that I think about it, I have an Austin figure that's the Elite, and that had chest articulation. So we're at standard figures, which is not a bad thing. I gotta figure out exactly which one. So this is not it because this guy has no beard. Okay. So I don't know if that's like, oh, best of. Okay. So our dude's got a beard, no chest articulation. So this is basic wrestling action figure, this says. So we got the tattoos. This guy doesn't look quite the same. Like, so he has gold on the side of his trunks. This one has like the Metallica Black Album, barely visible pattern. His knee pads come off. Oh, cool. Yeah, so his knee pads that come off. So if it's something that can be lost, that has value if you do have them. This guy is not the same. Different pattern on the trunks as well. I wonder if he was hugely popular this year. I didn't watch wrestling at this point. This one looks correct. Well, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on with his trunks. Okay, this is the same one. With knee pads as well. Alright. So I doubt there's any particular trunk configuration that would be worth more or less. So same guy, he's going for 12. These typically run 8 to 12. So I'll go look at the sold listings. So we got 1,300 Randy Ortons from this year, but that's going to include... we'll knock that down to just figure. That could include like cards and stuff. So 784, still quite a few. And 72 sold. That's not bad at all, actually. Yeah, not the same one. So looking at 14. This is the exact same one, I believe. So 9, 10, 11. He's popping off again. So this actually could move a bit quicker than expected. We're going to do 10. I think I may have other Ortons as well. Yeah, he's a good figure. He's a lot bigger now. Put on some weight. Filled out quite a bit. And then we'll look at Jericho. Alright, so then we got Jericho 2003. And he's had a bunch of gimmick changes over the years. Now it's kind of like a thing where he changes constantly. So, there we go. So how many different ones did they have? I think he was pretty on top of the world at this point. The old Lionheart version. It's a WCW Classic figure. Alright. This should be it. Alright, Y2J. Alright. This is probably it is most popular. Oh, did I actually do sold? Whoops. Clear that. Alright, so 214. Quite a few from this year. Shirts, optional. Hopefully. I think he ditched the shirt once he started cutting his hair. If I recall. Alright. So, this is the one I got. 23 bucks. Seems a bit high. I'd take it. 20. This is Jakks. Versus Mattel is the other brand that makes these. That one's 11. Alright, now we'll go to sold listings. We got 24, so about the same sell-through as Randy Orton. So this one went for 13. I'm going for okay money. Another 10. I don't remember if there's anything in particular about him. If these pants came out all the time, if he'd switched to something else. I was getting out of WWE and more into Japan at that point. And then just ultimately getting out of wrestling for quite a long time. Nothing particularly special about this. I'm feeling like I might be able to get away with 12. Depending on what the rest of these are. Now you have to, if this isn't particularly valuable, which I don't feel it is, and you just want a Chris Jericho figure, I'm probably going to lose out, right? There's a little cosmetic damage to it it's played with, but yeah, well, let's do 10 on this too. Oops. There. So not a stupendous day. Just kind of counting on more stuff in that bag being actually valuable, but either way, I added inventory that will move. I do really well with wrestling figures. Buying pretty much every chance I get. Yard sales have quite a few. I've gotten some large bins that I've gone through on video. And yeah, I went from 3 bins down to 1. Granted, I still have some that I haven't put away yet, but I've sold probably about 12 or 15 figures in the last month. I don't know if wrestling is getting hotter. I don't really follow it that much, but it could be. Or it could be that, you know, the collectors are coming to an age where stuff like this is going to move. But we'll figure it out. So if you like reseller content, toy content, WWE content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.